Our time stands as 8:30. We're going to switch over to Studio B and say good morning to you, Brother Michael Jenkins.
Good morning to everyone out there. Welcome to PeeDee Sportswrap on this beautiful Saturday morning. It's Foxtrot weekend. It's Foxtrot weekend, folks. And for those of you who don't know what Foxtrot weekend is, only one of the most celebrated weekends in Marion County. And lots of festivities and parades and food trucks and everything related, everything that you would normally expect at a festival. And then they have fireworks, and I hear the fireworks from my back porch every year as they're going off over there. They also have, I think, they used to have a movie, an outdoor movie out there where everyone goes out and sits and watches the movie. I've never done that. But I have attended the parades and I have attended other festivities there. My youngest daughter's in town this weekend, so she's probably going to take the kids out there. And if the kids are there, I'm there. I told you I got a little granddaughter, and I've been trying to corral her into my love circle, but she's been tough. She's been a tough nut to crack. So I've had to resort to bribe, and I've bribed her. I mean, I bought little candies and took there and, got her to come over and hang around with me a little bit. And now she sort of knows me a little bit. So the bribe worked, and I don't have any problem with it. I don't feel bad about it at all. So in case you're going to say, you should feel bad about bribing a little kid. No, I don't. I'll do it more if I have to. Anyway, a lot going on. Baseball, track and field just concluded, and Marion girls and boys both did extremely well. In fact, I shared a couple of posts to myself so that I can regurgitate them to you this morning. And the first one is Marion's, let's see, okay. Andrea Narcisco posted on behalf of Jada Narcisco and 4 others. Let me see who the 4 others are because... All right. What they did was they won... Let's see. I have any noise in the background here. What is this? Okay. Oh, that's my computer. Okay, so it says, I got too happy with the 4x100 relay, so no, my video is not good. But first place in the 4x100 was Jada Narcisco. She finished second place in the 100 meter. And she's the state champion in the 200 meters. So congratulations to Jada Narcisco. As far as that 4x100 team, I know Malia. I don't know the other 2 girls' names, but congratulations to them just the same. As Jada is sitting here, standing at the top of the podium as a state champ. So Jada has been, and I told her this, she's in the conversation one of the greatest female athletes Marion High has ever had. I know that's saying a mouthful, but this girl has been a problem for years. Okay? Basketball, track and field, and I think she does some other stuff too. I don't know if she plays softball or not, but when you see Jada on the basketball court, you can envision her being a state champion in track and field. The way she blazes up and down the floor. I mean, she's literally a blur out there. She beats everybody down the floor all the time. So we need to celebrate her and her greatness and what she's meant to Marion High School sports for all these years. I mean, I think she's been involved since, 8th grade or something like that? She's been around forever. And her record speaks for itself. And that's why I say that she is one of the greatest that Marion High has ever had. Certainly one of the greatest that I've ever seen here over the years. Good morning, Coach Brunson. I thought about you the other day. We haven't talked yet about your season, and I think at some point you need to come on and we need to recap what you did this year with Mullen's JV basketball program, as well as the basketball program, too. Marcus Johnson, good morning. How are you today, my friend? Got anything to say this morning? Maria Staggers Daniels, good morning. Glad you decided to join us today. I want to look at baseball. As far as softball goes, Marion girls played last night. I'm not sure if they won or not, but they are. I think they're playing for a district championship, and I don't know when the next game is, but they have really come on of late. I hadn't seen them yet, but I think if they win, they'll probably get some home games next week. I'm thinking. It'll be great because I hadn't seen the girls all year. And don't forget, these girls went to state last year and lost. So typically when a team goes to state one year, because they've been climbing. I think they went to the lower state the year before. Then they played for state last year and lost. Typically, this is when those type of teams get over the hump and become champions. So we'll have to wait and see, what happens there, because certainly Marion's softball program lately it's been pretty good. Let's first take a look at baseball, and let's see what's happening. See who's still playing. Now, I'm not gonna try to act like I understand these brackets. I done told you a million times I don't understand these brackets. But what I can tell you is who the brackets say are still playing at this time. And that might not even be 100% either. But at any rate, Chesney. Okay. You have Chesney in there, and they're playing against, looks like, Saluda. Oh, I'm sorry, this is softball. My bad. Baseball, Division I. 5 Division I. And what we have is, today is the 17th. Last night, Burns and Blythewood played, and they would play again today as well. They will play today as well. So it's like back-to-back days. So that's Blythewood Burns, Lexington and Dorman, James Island versus Wando, Stratford versus Fort Dorchester, and those are all the teams that's still playing in 5A Division I. Let's go to 5A Division II. I didn't see West Clarence's name called in, so I guess they got eliminated. On the 16th for Division II, Indian Land is a school that not too long ago was a 2A school, and now they're like 5A. Indian Land played against Eastside, and I'm pretty sure they'll play again today. That's what the schedule suggests. Catawba Ridge versus T. Hanna. Berkeley versus North Myrtle Beach. And those are all the teams remaining in Class 5A Division II. Let's go to 4A. 4A baseball. Who's playing? So this would be on the, oh boy, here we go. Here we go. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to skip this one because this one's even more confusing. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not even going to try to act like I can do that one. Let me go then to, man. Man. Yeah, I'm in trouble right now, folks. Because I went back one page too far. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to take a look at 3A. And 3A has these teams remaining in the dance. Good morning, Miss Dolores Williams. She of the son that's in the pros now. Your grandson is an NFL player. Wow. That's amazing. Just wanted to get that in. So the 12th, the 8th, boy. Yeah. This never gets good. It never gets better. Let's see. Anyway, whatever. I'm done. But I know that there's one team that I must talk about, and that would be the Lakeview Wildgators. And slugger Mr. McGill would be, I think they played today at 6. They got through the week fine. And guess who they're playing today? The Ladder Vikings. That would be a game worth going to. In fact, I intend to go to it this evening in Lakeview. Ladder versus Lakeview. Both teams have won state championships. Lakeview has won multiple. I think Ladder's got at least one, maybe 2. I think they got one under Coach Donald Cribb. So Lakeview and Ladder this evening at 6 o'clock. And we should be looking at a fun evening down in the swamp. I look forward to it. As far as track and field goes, there is another team in the area who has done extremely well in track and field this year. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention this crowd. We're talking about West Florence High School. And let me tell you what the West Florence has done this year. What they have done this year has been amazing. So, West Florence boys track team put on an incredible performance yesterday in the South Carolina High School League State Championship, becoming the 5A Division II state champs. And I want to stop here. I'm reading right now, but I want to stop here and congratulate West Florence on an outstanding season. I mean, this is huge. Congratulations to these track athletes and to coaches Rich Weidman and Philip Barr. Caleb Burrows won 3 individual state titles in the 800, the 1600, and the javelin events. Burrows also broke a state record set way back in 1984 in the 800 with a time of 149.64. The 7th best time in the whole country. And I'm looking at Caleb here. Caleb looks like that guy. He looks like that guy. Okay, Gage Herring brought home an individual title, winning the 110-meter high hurdles. Nate Bruce won an individual state title throwing the discus. Congratulations to all the West Florence athletes who are part of this outstanding track team. And there you see Caleb and the other guys throwing, really just getting it done over there. Congratulations, guys. And some of the comments were, "This is awesome. So proud of these young men. These students and coaches have worked so hard." So, West Florence, y'all did that. I'm looking at a picture here of Jameer Leggett of Marion. And Jameer Leggett is the Class 2A state champ in high jump, jumping a height of 6 feet 5 inches. Jason Shalonda Leggett posted this. So, Jameer Leggett is an interesting athlete because, I've seen a lot of people who are great leapers over the years. And, there are levels of leapage. But, hey, Corey, why don't you forward me that schedule right now? Message me the schedule so I could, because I tried to save it, but I guess I did. But back to Jameer Leggett. He is as explosive a leaper as I've ever seen here. I mean, Sammy Presley's of the world, Terry Wiggins Jr.'s of the world, and many others. The Avant boy a few years ago. Then you can go back into the 90s with, other guys who were tremendous leapers. But I don't know that I've ever seen a kid get up this high. I think about Chris Shaw from Britain's Neck when I think about Jameer Leggett. Because Chris had these unbelievable ups too. Yeah, Marcus, he definitely is on the level of Sammy McCormick. Sammy McCormick just flew. Man, that guy had ups. And this guy, like I said, Jameer Leggett is one of them. And obviously, if a guy wins a state championship in the high jump, obviously I'm not making this up. This guy can really leap. And congratulations to him. He didn't have the basketball season that he anticipated. Or that we anticipated. Daniel Weeks, my brother, how are you? Long time no hear from. I need to be hearing from you a little bit more, Daniel. You know how we do. But the athletes that we've had here over the years that compared to this guy, I can't really, other than Sammy McCormick, jumps off the page to me right away. But, let's see. There's something else I want to talk about here, and it's kind of slipping my mind. Let me see if I can jog my own memory here. Go back here and do this, and do, okay. Yeah. Let's see what I saved for myself when I wouldn't be it. Okay. Well, I guess now I might as well go ahead and talk about the NBA as the season winds down. And Corey, don't be funny. Corey says, "Let's go Celtics." Wow. The Celtics season did not end well, but nobody else's season end well ultimately, but one team when this is all over and done with. But no, the Celtics season did not end well. The Celtics ran into a buzzsaw, which were the Knicks, and they got themselves into a real big hole by losing the first 2 games of the series at home, Boston. And then they come to New York and they win a game. But then the next game, their best player, I think, blows out his Achilles or something. Jason Tatum. Then he's done. So the Celtics come back in the next game and they obliterate the Knicks. Everyone thought, oh, maybe these guys might be able to overcome. Forget it. They weren't going to overcome. Now, me being a former Knicks fan, I realize now how far I am away from being a Knicks fan. And this should tell you right here. I was rooting for the Celtics to win. True story. I've never rooted for the Celtics against the Knicks. That would be sacrilegious to do. And if I was near any of my friends, my New York buddies who were Knicks fans, and I said that, they might want to slap me. They couldn't believe that I would have gotten this far away from the orange and blue, but I have. But I'm not mad at the Knicks. I just wanted the Celtics to beat them. And I think the Knicks proved that they were a better team than the Celtics, even with Jason Tatum. Because the first 2 games they lost, Tatum was there. Now, when I look at the Knicks and I look at the makeup of their team, they built a pretty solid team. I got to give it to them. And I think the guy that impresses me more than any other right now is the big man, Karl Anthony Towns. And I think if the Knicks have any aspiration of getting to the finals, they better start giving that big guy the ball more. Now, the problem that I have with the Knicks, and I know that Brunson is a local guy, maybe even be Sean Brunson's family. I don't want to start talking about the kid because they can come out there and get me. But Brunson, as a point guard, I like my point guard at least looking to give the ball to somebody else sometimes. Brunson's eyes on the basket all the time. I don't think he's ever seen a shot he didn't like. When they're on even when they're on the fast break, he's just looking to get a shot up. And I don't like that. Now, he's a very good player, and he's made himself into obviously one of the best players in the league. But I don't like guards who don't like to give the ball up. That's the pet peeve I've always had. Now, granted, some will say, well, he's really the only one. He's not the only one. They proved it last night. If you look at their look at their box score, when you give the ball up to other guys, they put the ball in the basket too. It's not just you. Now, Jaylen Brown, I never looked at Jaylen Brown as a guy who would be able to take them and turn this into a Game 7. I never saw that coming. And it didn't happen. Okay. But now the Knicks move on against the Indiana Pacers, a team that I picked last year to beat them, but they didn't. They kind of fell apart. Watch the Pacers, y'all. The Pacers are really, really good. And if they learn anything from their experience last year, the Knicks should be in trouble. They should be. Now, speaking of my own team, my new team, the Golden State Warriors, well, it didn't end well for us either. Because Steph Curry got hurt in, I think, the first game of the conference semifinals, and he didn't come back. And you know, and if you didn't know, you probably know now, without Steph Curry, the Warriors are toast. They didn't win another game. They won the first game, lost the next, 4 in a row. I think the Warriors need to make some changes next year, obviously. I'm glad Jimmy Butler's on board. So Jimmy Butler, Steph, and another unknown recruit needs to come in. I'm thinking that recruit should be someone really, really good. I'm talking really, 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 really good. So, I will propose this deal right here. I propose the deal to ship out Draymond Green, who I'm sick of, and everybody else should be sick of. Ship him out along with Jonathan Kuminga. I want to make this deal sweet. Jonathan Kuminga, Draymond Green, to the New Orleans Pelicans for Zion Williamson, Marion County's own, Florence County's own Zion Williamson to the Warriors. Imagine that for a minute. Jimmy Butler, Zion Williamson, and Steph Curry together. Now, you know Zion's got great handles. He's got point guard skills, can rebound. His career average in scoring is about 24, 25 a game right now, and he ain't hardly played. Stick him in there with Jimmy Butler. Now we got something. Now we are a problem. Now, if I cannot get Zion Williamson, how about the Greek Freak comes to Golden State to hook up with Butler and Steph? Ship out Draymond, ship Kuminga, ship whatever draft choices that they may ask for. Get the Greek Freak into San Francisco. Now, I have a third choice. If that doesn't work, if all else fails, how about KD makes his return to the Warriors? And of course, that would mean the departure of Draymond Green. I don't have a problem with it. Get him out of there. If KD wants to come back and KD says, hey, man, Draymond's got to be gone, done. But there's another conference finals that's getting ready to happen, but there's still some work to do with the conference semifinal between the Denver Nuggets and the Oklahoma City Thunder. This is all tied up in 3 games, guys. You know what comes next? Game 7. Now, Oklahoma City has won all these games this year, and Denver's had an up and down subpar season. They fired their coach at the end of the year. So people would have thought, these guys are not going anywhere. You better watch Denver. Those guys have championship DNA. They've won before, even though in some cases they're a little banged up right now with the Porter kid. They say he's playing with one wing. They're nervous about turning Russell Westbrook loose, which I don't know why. Wait a minute. I just had an epiphany. I see how this is going to end. Russell Westbrook is going to be the difference in Denver winning this series and moving on. And get this. Here's the setup. He's going back to the team that drafted him, Oklahoma City. He was a young star with them. He left after other cats started leaving, like KD left for the Warriors, and James Harden. So this could be payback. This could be get back for Russell Westbrook. I mean, he shouldn't be that mad at them anyway. I mean, it's not like they treated him bad, but it's his old team. And this is a Game 7. And he's on the other team now. After that goes down and is settled between Denver and Oklahoma City, you have Minnesota, who beat the Warriors in 5 games, waiting in the wings. I think they're going to be a tough out. I mean, they beat the Lakers in 5 games. They beat the Warriors in 5 games. That's a lot of legends eliminated there. I wouldn't sleep on those guys. But I'm going to have to pick Denver to come out of the West. And I'm picking Indiana to come out of the East, not the Knicks. It's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Anyway, folks, that's all the time I got left. I also want to give my best wishes to the family of Derek Jackson, one of our Facebook group members, PeeDee Sportswrap. And he passed away from a heart attack last week. The guy sent me a message last Saturday after Boston won the game. Monday roll around, I see a post that he's passed away. Say he died of a massive heart attack. God bless his memory. He was a great guy, just from me knowing him on Facebook. And he's going to be missed. Folks, that's all the time I have left. I'll be back next week with more. Have a wonderful, safe week. Deanna Graves, how are you, dear?